For many people, the idea of exercise can trigger a cascade of stress signals: tight chests, racing thoughts, the instinct to avoid. Whether rooted in past negative experiences, self-doubt, or performance anxiety, the mental barriers to physical activity are often more limiting than the physical ones. But something remarkable happens when fear gives way to confidence. The brain begins to release a different neurochemical cocktail, one that transforms discomfort into focus, effort into enjoyment, and exertion into something close to flow. Confidence, it turns out, doesn't just change how we feel during exercise. It changes what our brain releases, how we perceive pain, and whether we return for more. When we're gripped by fear or low self-belief during exercise, the amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm system, becomes hyperactive. This triggers a stress response that elevates cortisol and floods the nervous system with signals of threat. Muscles may tighten, breathing becomes inefficient, and cognitive function narrows into tunnel vision. The workout becomes something to survive, not something to master. But confidence intervenes by modulating this process at the neurochemical level. Confidence, especially when built gradually through positive reinforcement and small achievements, dampens the amygdala's fear response. At the same time, it activates the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for rational thought and emotional regulation. When confidence grows, the brain becomes better at interpreting the physical signals of exertion, like a racing heart or burning muscles, as challenges instead of threats. This reframing reduces perceived stress and opens the door to more adaptive neurotransmitter patterns. Chief among these is dopamine, the brain's reward signal. Dopamine is released not just in response to success, but in anticipation of it, meaning that a confident mindset can actually prime the brain to expect a positive outcome. This is crucial because dopamine enhances motivation, focus, and mood, all of which contribute to a state of readiness and engagement. As dopamine levels rise, the discomfort of effort is muted by the brain's sense of purpose. Another major shift occurs with endorphins and endocannabinoids, the body's natural painkillers and mood elevators. These chemicals are released more efficiently in individuals who feel competent and self-assured during physical activity. Confidence enhances the brain's capacity to access these chemicals, effectively transforming effort into something more tolerable, even pleasurable. Studies have shown that people who feel more in control of their workout experience report lower levels of pain and fatigue at the same level of exertion than those who feel anxious or outmatched. As confidence deepens, another state becomes increasingly accessible: flow. Often described as being in the zone, flow is a mental state where time dilates, self-consciousness fades, and focus intensifies. It's deeply immersive and intrinsically rewarding, and it's fueled by a delicate balance of challenge and skill. The brain's chemistry during flow is radically different. Norepinephrine heightens alertness, anandamide enhances mood, and serotonin provides a deep sense of contentment post-exercise. Achieving flow regularly through movement rewires the brain to seek out, not avoid, these states again and again. Importantly, confidence is not an all-or-nothing trait. It's a trainable process built through micro-successes: completing a session you feared, mastering a technique, surprising yourself with strength or endurance you didn't know you had. Each of these moments creates a neural imprint, a memory that reinforces a more empowered version of the self. Over time, these accumulated experiences form a foundation of resilience that not only changes behavior, but also transforms biochemistry. So, moving from fear to flow is not about forcing positivity or ignoring struggle. It's about respecting the psychology of challenge, understanding the feedback loops that shape our stress response, and recognizing that confidence is one of the most powerful levers for neurochemical transformation. As the brain becomes more efficient at releasing dopamine and endorphins and less reactive to perceived threat, the entire experience of exercise becomes smoother, more enjoyable, and more sustainable. Ultimately, the journey isn't just from couch to gym or weak to strong. It's from threat to trust, from avoidance to immersion. And once confidence is established, even the hardest workout stops feeling like a punishment and begins to feel like a return to self, a moment when the body and brain align not in battle, but in flow.